Speaking of surfing, a film about Hawaii's legendary surfer Duke Kahanamoku will soon make its local premiere. Waterman has already won numerous awards. Joining us now with more is David Ulick, producer of Waterman. Good morning, David. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Good morning.
Now, I coincidentally saw the trailer for this film earlier this week while I was in the theater, and I gotta say, it looks great, and you just feel a sense of pride, and it almost gives you chicken skin just watching the trailer itself. Can you tell us more about the film and your organization?
Sure. Yeah, our organization is a nonprofit foundation, and we try to make educational and cultural films. And when we heard the story about Duke, there's actually a book written about him called Waterman. And initially, I thought I knew who Duke was. He was a Hawaiian surfer, and I thought that was it. I had no idea what he really did. A four-time Olympian, and really the ambassador of aloha and the Hawaiian spirit of aloha. And it was just so overwhelming that we just had to make a movie about it.
And it wasn't all optimism, because even in the trailer, you can see that Duke Kahanamoku faced challenges, racism back in the day.
You know, that's one reason the film was attractive to us, because, yeah, you're right. He encountered racism. He tried to go to Hollywood and was typically cast in stereotypical roles. He struggled economically. The Olympics were an amateur sport at that time, and so he couldn't make money on the thing he did the best. So even though he was world famous and was revered, he really struggled financially until later in his life. But the thing about Duke is his spirit. He approached everything with a sense of calm and optimism, and just always saw the best in everything. When he was challenged by other swimmers, rather than feel threatened, he would coach them and encourage them. And that's really the spirit of aloha, the spirit of love that we want to bring out in this movie.
And yesterday, you had a special event also benefiting two organizations. Can you talk more about that?
Right. Well, one thing by making this film that really opened our eyes was how many other organizations there are right now in Hawaii, the modern-day Watermen, who help young people in continuing the spirit of Duke. And Dwayne DeSoto, who plays Duke in the film, does a fabulous dog. It's amazing. He rides this 10-foot, 120-pound surfboard as if it's nothing. And he has a charity called Nakamakai. And also Brian Keolana has a charity called Hokoma'a, and so we've supported them. We've supported the More Aloha Foundation, and so through the film, we're really also trying to give back to the general community.
And I also saw in the trailer, we saw too, just a little while ago, Kelly Slater was interviewed, Laird Hamilton, and I believe the film is also narrated by Jason Momoa.
Exactly. I mean, this film, the spirit of Duke lives in this film because, you know, so many films, it's difficult to make a film because you have different artistic views, different creative views. But this is actually the most rewarding film we've ever made because everybody came together. Jason Momoa, even though he's extremely busy, volunteered his time pro bono, and we're the whole team is very close. We're all friends, and it's really just the spirit of aloha, and it's just so important nowadays. We need this so much. I mean, with racial issues going on, with the war in Ukraine, if everyone can just, you know, on an individual basis, exercise a little more aloha with each other, a little more love, I think that's the point of the film.
It's a great point. So how can people watch Waterman?
Well, we're starting in theaters April 1st. We definitely wanted to premiere the film in Hawaii. That was the right thing to do. So it's going to be in Hawaii first, and it's going to go around the rest of the world. But April 1st, you can actually buy tickets right now online, www.watermanthemovie.com. Advanced tickets are available.
And one last question, David. A lot of people have heard of Duke Kahanamoku. They know him. But for those who don't, or even for people who think they know, what do you want people to walk away with knowing after seeing Waterman?
I want them to really focus on the spirit of aloha and how they interact with people. I find myself in a situation, and I think we all do, where something's not going quite right, and you know, it's maybe a little bit of a tense situation, and you can have a choice at that point. Mentally, you can decide, am I going to be confrontational? Am I going to raise the stakes here? Or I'm going to take a step back and just think of the Duke in your mind. What would Duke do? He would stand back and he would look at the positive in everyone and really say, let's all get together. We're all part of one race. Laird Hamilton says it amazing in the film. He says there's only one race, the human race. And if we can just approach life that way, I think that's what we hope people take away from the film.
WWDD, What Would Duke Do? Thank you so much, producer David Ulick, for joining us this morning. It looks like a great film. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.